Okay, so we are starting Spirit of the Lord, Parshas Bamidbar. They have to do with Yom Tiv. We're going to learn a little bit every day until Shavuos. Okay, Siyat Shmai. So the Ben Ish Chai says that these halachas have to do with Yom Tiv, and I generally give them over in Shabbos Kala, and they kesher to them. He does the fee the year. So Aleph. Birchas Shechianu b'Kiddush Halayla tzarich levarach b'shnei haleilos. Shechianu in Kiddush, we need to make both nights of Shavuos. If you have two nights, if you're in Chotzoretz, you need to make Shechianu both nights. That's the general custom as well, so that the women make in Shechianu when they are lighting their candles. Every Yom Tov when there's Shechianu in Kiddush, the women do it when they light their candles. Someone asked me this question, Shem Aptarov, and it could be I saw the Aptarov, it's not such a Kiddush. So he said, why don't we make Shechianu on Sfiras Omer? Why don't we make Shechianu? After all, it's Chadshus, and it's a mitzvah that comes from Zman Lezman. A mitzvah that comes from time to time, generally speaking, we make Shechianu. And why not make Shechianu when it comes to these mitzvahs? So the answer, if you think about it, what we've been learning, what we've been seeing, what we'll see in a little bit of time, we'll find out that Sphira is when you bring in the oros you got during the Seder night. During Sfiras Omer, we bring down and we internalize the oros and all the good, special, tremendous gifts that we got during the Seder night to the Mitzrayim. Just like the Mitzrayim, they get this or, and then you have these 49 days till the 50th day to internalize what we received during Sfiras Omer. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. Like, it's very, very simple, right? So if you know that Sfiras Omer really is just a continuation of a process, and bringing down what you get, there's really no ischachus. There's no extra ischachus. And Sfiras Omer, there's no extra renewal, a new thing. It's not new. It's bringing in the old things that we just got, this new potential, new levels, and helping us get out of our Mitzrayim. And like we spoke about, Rav Nassan explains that when you are in Mitzrayim, when a person's in Golus, when I'm in Golus, so what that means is that I'm kind of grabbed by the neck. I'm held back. I'm withheld, and I can't bring my potential into actualization. I can't actualize my potential. So the way we do that, we get this tremendous light, Leila Seder. We get this huge, huge illumination, and we're able to take that and to bring it in during Sfiras Omer. And then we get Shavuos, we get this Kabbalah Torah, and we're able to absolutely, to totally, completely change ourselves and transform into who we're supposed to be on another level for another year. So when it comes to Yom Tiv is a Shechianu. Shavuos is going to be now you're able to receive the Torah. It's also a continuation. It's a new, complete illumination. So it's interesting. Even though Sfiras Omer is an aspect of bringing many, many works of Chol Hamoed, it's like Chol Hamoed. It's a very, very high bechin. It's a high time. It's a very high, big time. Nevertheless, it doesn't have its own Shechianu. Shavuos does have its own Shechianu. We spoke already the last time we learned about Pesach. We learned about that Rav Nassan says Shechianu is my entire chiyus, our entire chiyus, our entire vitality comes from Yom Tov. Rav Nassan brings our entire, we mean Shechianu, because our life is Yom Tov. Yom Tov gives you life. Like everything depends on Yom Tov. Right? Shalosh Regalim, it's the 3 feet. So on a simple level, why is it 3 feet? Because people would go up to, they would ascend to the Beis Hamikdash, bring the korbanos, do what they needed to do. On a deeper level, though, the 3 feet is because the tables of the sages used to be with 3 legs. So these are 3 legs. These are where the whole year is standing. This is the foundation of the entire year. That's what the Rashash explains. That's what brought in other places. So we have this aspect of like, this is the feet of the year, but it's the foundation. It's the basis of the whole entire year. So we say Shechianu, it's a tremendous renewal. So that's what we spoke already about. But there's another aspect to Shechianu, which is Kiyimanu. The aspect of giving us Kima means to stand, helping us stand, establishing us. Right? The Yonu Lazman is you have Chiyos. First of all, your whole Chiyos from the outside. Same as Kiyum, which means enabling a person. We really have to be very chazak, hold strong no matter what we go through, no matter how hard things are, no matter how what we fell in, what we failed in, we have to be very, very chazak. That's why the Rebbe says in Sichsuran, he says, it says in the pasuk Chizku, right? It says that every person, right? You have to be mechazik. He brings the Rebbe said Chizku imtzu kol miyachlim Hashem. He said this is after kolam yachlim daika. This kolam yachlim daika. Kolam yachlim. Whoever is hoping to Hashem should be mechazik, should strengthen themselves, and should be courageous. Right? Should be have power. So, you know, the Rebbe says kol is an interesting word. Whoever is hoping to Hashem. He said, what do you mean? Second, maybe you're not worthy. Who said you're worthy? You're hoping. Okay, anybody can hope. He says, no, that's the whole point. As long as you're hoping, you have to be very, very, very chazak. He said, even if chas v'shalom you can't do anything with kedusha avoda, the Rebbe does not leave anything to the imagination. He said, even if you can't do anything, you can't actualize your potential really, but he said, you're yearning at least. That yearning is also very, very precious. To strengthen yourself, don't let anything cause you to fall and to lose your sense of self-worth. And he says, no matter what, this is a word that Rav Nosson repeats very much in the He says, no matter what, do not fall, don't let go, hold on, hold strong. And the truth is, if people had known about this is what he says, if people had understood that what I do counts no matter where I fell to, they wouldn't have let themselves fall all the way. They would be strong, they would be chazak. Said every person has to strengthen his friend. Also, he shouldn't fall in his own self-estimation. He shouldn't feel despondent. He shouldn't feel down. Even if he knows that he is whoever he is. So what? I'm going to give you chizik. Who am I? Where am I holding? He says, nevertheless, strengthen your friend, because it's easier. Sometimes it's very often easier to strengthen your friend than it is to strengthen yourself. Because our sages say that in Chovesh Matir Zatzon Beis Asurim, a person who's imprisoned can't free himself, can't spring himself. You know, the morale brings, right? The morale brings that really tefillah, when you daven, that's not called freeing yourself. When you ask Hashem for help, He frees you. You can't free yourself by your own efforts. When you ask for help, that's outside, external. That's from Hashem. That's how the morale explains. But he says, but if you help yourself, he said you can be help yourself. If you can help yourself, the best way is helping someone else. He said, because the worst thing, the hardest thing is the tefillah. When you fall in your own self-estimation, when a person says, well, then what I do doesn't matter anyway. That is the worst problem. So the worst in any reader, mamish the worst. He said, just like our sages say about physical fighting, right? In Shoftim, the verse tells us, don't be afraid. Don't. The minute you're afraid, you have this fear of all these different things in the Gemara tells us, all these different things where a person is afraid that they make noises, your foe, a foe in antiquity at least, and today I'm sure also, battle cries, and they made these big noises, and they had these horses, and they banged the shields, they did all sorts of different things to try to they blew these different notes on these horns, these scary horns, trying to now we're rallying our forces, we're going to destroy you. So this loss of morale was a big part of a person running away and giving up the fight. He said it's the same thing when you want to do avodas Hashem. So you have all these different fears, all these things that we find in the physical battles, all the different person losing morale, he's upset, it's very hard for him in this way and that way, all these different troubles, right? They also exist in avodas Hashem. You have all these different things that come and make a person feel it's very, very hard for them. He said, nevertheless, you can always hope for Hashem's deliverance. You can hope for Hashem's deliverance no matter what. I can hope for Hashem. I can hope that Hashem will help me and have Rahmanah someday. I can wait. Right? So we say, our sages say that when you start, the beginning of losing, of falling, is when you run away. You don't run away. You hold strong. You're chazak, no matter what. So, it says, the verse says, if I go to the heavens, you're there. If I make a Gehenna in my bed, you're here. So no matter where we go, we can't run away from Hashem. We can't get away from Hashem. And we're not supposed to. Hashem is in every place. So we have to be very, very stubborn in divine service. Divine service, every little thing counts. Every drop makes a very big difference. no matter where you are. So when you're dealing with your friend, at least, don't cause your friend to be discouraged. Quite the contrary. Give him strength. Find ways of giving him strength. Find ways of encouraging him. And then you'll be zoche. And then you'll be zoche also to be encouraged. And this is a very, very big advice. You just tell your friend. It's not only that, but it's oh, here we go. Good of you to come. So it's not only that. The truth is even more. If Nassim explains it, you have to know the Kohen Mashiach, when he told the people who were going to fight, he said, Shema Yisrael, hear Israel, right? So our sages say this refers alludes to Shema Yisrael. Even if your only schus is Amunah, say Shema in the morning, in the evening, it's also worthy to free you. So the first point we said from the Sixth Quran, right? The Rebbe says, listen, only yearning, you're yearning. That's also very precious. The second thing is to understand is that Emunah itself is very, very precious.
So we're talking about today's.
We're talking about not yet. We will in a minute. We're up to Shechianu. So it's about Shechianu's kiyamanu, to stand, to be established. Hashem, you establish. You hold on. These are the three legs, the three basis of the year. We say Shechianu, Shavuos, and Kiddush, or the candle lighting. When women light the candles, they say Shechianu. So this is the aspect of kiyum, not just my chiyus. My vitality is from Yom Tov, but the Yom Tov gives me the power to be Mekayim, to stand strong, to be chazak, to be strong. That's the power of Yom Tov. We find many Yidden, many people all over the world, that when they come to Yom Tov, they feel a special life. It's a very, very special hour. In a way, it's easier to get into the Shabbos, because it's slower. It's easier. It's a special time. It's a special thing. So you have to bring the illumination from other times, from higher things. It says Mikra e Kodesh. Shabbos is Kodesh. Shabbos is holy. The aspect of Chachma, the aspect of, total nullification to Hashem. Like we always will speak about it more. This aspect of, right, Margoa, like the Rav Madvali says, right, Margoa, Chachma, this aspect of when you have real Chachma, Chachma, mi'ayin timotzi, you have to get to a place of ayin. Your button, little, just Hashem. You as Hashem surrounds you, and everything is from Him. It's all Him. You start to get that really, and everything's fine. It's all wonderful. What's the problem? What problem can you have? There's a Yid of both for areas. He makes it beautiful. He said you have to learn how to praise Hashem. Thank Hashem for everything you have. He said, you look at your life, everything's so beautiful. He said, people, their nature, human nature, we have all this like nachash inside. And the nachash says, listen, you lose your nature. We have something called a kumkum, right? It's like automatic boiler. You put the hot water in, you turn it on, within 2 minutes it's ready. So a guy could have a house, a car, good job, money, everyone's healthy, everything's good. His kumkum breaks. And he is like totally, what about my kumkum, my coffee pot? What do you mean? I can't without my coffee pot, I can't get along. He completely forgets what he has. He has so much. He's like, lodging, the place to be, he's healthy, he's shiny, things are good. He's like, no, this is missing, that's missing. And we have to learn to totally change. Say, no, I have to know it's from Hashem, it's Hashem. So the more we're connected to this place of Mangoa, of deep serenity, connection to Hashem, the better we do. That's the aspect of Shabbos, right? That's Kodesh. Kedusha means you're separate from the world because you are connected to the one who made the world. You're connected in a very, very deep way. Again, you're this place of ayin. It's just Hashem. So that's the first level. That's the first thing. And the second thing to be aware of is you have Mikra Kodesh. Yom Tov is called Mikra Kodesh. So he says you bring the Kodesh. It starts at a lower level and slowly but surely you bring higher and higher aspects according to how much work you put into, how much focus you put into. That's the more Kodesh you get on Yom Tov. That's what we saw. So Shechianu, the kiyum, your permanence, your sense of permanence and being strong, and standing strong against all these difficult things, that's Emunah, but that, especially Yom Tov, is a time when we get this tremendous connection to Emunah. These different aspects of Emunah. So again, Bina, generally speaking, Bina, what we get on Yom Tov is an aspect called Bina, it's called Tnua, it means movement. We're speaking about it, we'll speak again in Spritzah Omer, but this aspect of movement, of holy tshuva, of holy fire, Bina Lipa, this is what you get on Yom Tov. And you want to move forward, you want to transcend. Each Yom Tov, you get a certain aspect of what this is. We'll talk about Shavuos. We'll learn Shavuos at length. But right now, we're just in a place of just to spread a little. First thing, Shechianu. This is what Shechianu is about. Because the first sif of Bamidbar in the Ben Ish Chai says, make Shechianu in Kiddush, and when they light the candles.
Shechianu,
that's it, Shavuos. So the first thing we said, why not Sfirat Omer? We said because Sfirat Omer is just bringing in the old light, like I think the Rav things. You're getting this. You got it already, Leil Seder. Then you bring it in. So how do you bring it in? You bring it in because now is the time. Each day, every day of Sfiras Omer, like we'll see in a minute, right? Every day of Sfiras Omer is a different aspect of either the wine or the cups or both. Second week is going to be the second matzah, second cup. That's what we're dealing with this week. Different aspects of what happened, and like we'll see in a minute. So first thing, that was the spirit of the law of Hashem.
Turning it on.
I'm turning it off, I think.